Hello everyone, Happy New Year. Hope 2023 brings you health, happiness and all the success you ever wanted. Well, in this series of video, we will guide you how to get settled in UK, particularly in London as a student, how to get your necessary documents and how to make things easier for you. In here, we will also focus on managing your financials, assuming you will be living off yourself, and how to balance life, work and study. So let's get to it. First thing is preparing documents. We won't talk much about student file preparation on this video, as this is in itself is a whole other topic. So if you guys want, I can make a separate video on this. So before arrivals, please remember to arrive at least 2 weeks before your class starts. That way you will have enough time to settle and be familiar with the route and everything else. Assuming you are not staying in dormitory, so what are the options you have in there? If you have any friends or relative in London, try to stay at their place before you find your own accommodation. Let's say you got admitted in Queen Mary University. So the best place for you to stay would be somewhere in Central Line. Since the university is on Zone 2, you will need a travel card for Zone 2 anyway, which is somewhat expensive. But if you stay in Zone 3 and regularly travel between Zone 2 and 3, then you can save money right there. Let's talk about that a bit later. For now, let's touch a few other pre-arrival topics. So, before arrival, if you don't have any friend or relative to stay with first few days, then your best bet would be booking.com or Airbnb. Find a out of the sky cheaper but close to tube station kind of accommodation to save some money. And one more thing you should do, download a large London tube map and try to familiarize yourself with the huge city. It can be confusing at times, but it gets easy eventually. If you're coming from a warmer country like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, then don't bring too many warm clothes with you, as the weather here demands a different kind of clothing. Also, try to come as light packed as possible, because moving is a pretty costly and very hard work in here. One more thing before your arrival, check out some shared listing of rooms paying guests offer in Gumtree, Rightmove. I will give you the links below for you all. So upon arrival, assuming you are staying at your uncle's or any friend's place, so getting there will be a bit tricky. First of all, there's no straight route unless you take an Uber or cab. Remember, London cabs are very expensive, and there are blue cabs as well, which are a little bit less expensive, but still Uber would be cheaper considering if we're taking a cab. But if you have a carryable large luggage with you and you can carry it around, then tube is a very good option. Just remember, you will have to use stairs, escalator and walk a few times with your luggage. So after your first arrival, the first few things you need to consider are one weekly Oyster card, one prepaid SIM card and definitely a tube map. You can find the tube map in any station. Just pick a few and carry one with you all time. And the last thing you will need is to have patience. So Oyster cards, what is this? This is basically your one-way option to travel the entire city, be that with bus or tube. Since you will need a lot of travel on your first weeks, it's better option to take weekly Oyster card than daily. Oyster card lets you touch any station and go anywhere that you have bought prepaid for. Oyster card lets you top up at stores or at the station, so you can travel anywhere in the permitted zone. Assuming your university is in Zone 2 and you are traveling or planning to stay somewhere in Zone 3 or 4 even, then a weekly Oyster card of Zone 2 to 4 would be perfect for you. Once this expires, you can use it pay as you go, or you can top up to activate your daily, weekly or monthly option. Then comes prepaid SIM card. You will need a mode to make a lot of calls to your local ads let agents and properties. Like everywhere else, there are a few companies with better call rates and some companies with better coverage. Since you will be in the city, and as an established company, SIM won't be really a necessity, but rather a cheaper network will be better suited for you initially. And since it's a prepaid SIM card, you can throw it away anytime you want. So Google and compare while you have some time. Also remember to buy packs that comes with the data included, so you can use the internet on the go and not pay extra. Also remember to check your balance on the app. That way you can always stay on top of your expenses. Some of the calling cards gives you direct calling option to many countries, but if you buy a monthly or weekly pack from Skype, it might be just as cheap or even cheaper. And lastly, tube map. Like I said, it's very important to know where you are, where you're going. So if you want to survive in London, there are many tube lines crossing, intercepting and connecting each other. You need to be familiarized with them, which way they're going and from which station you can change lines. Let's say you live in Leighton and you want to go to Heathrow. You will have to take the central line from Leighton station, boarding westbound train, and get off in Holborn station. Walk to the Piccadilly line and take the westbound train again. Trains will announce each station names and you can get off the one you want to be in. Lastly, like I said, the very last but very important point is to be patient. Adjusting to a new place is mighty task itself, and when you, being a young person, lands in such a mega city with multicultural people, it can get overwhelming. But be friendly and patient and you will be just fine. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care and remember to subscribe and like. Thank you.